Let us get into today's topic, the most wanted topic. Many people experience it, but they don't know what it is. They always want to know what is mediumship. First, let us understand what is mediumship is all about. Medium is, when you see the meaning, it is a channel which the communication happens. They will say English medium schools. Even the English is taught in the school, and whoever is there, the teachers, through the teacher, the English is taught. So medium is nothing but a middleman or a device or a portal or a channel. Knowingly, unknowingly, every human being in the earth is a medium. We all access the invisible. But what we access depends on us. You are audience, I am a speaker. I am able to connect with you all using YouTube. Of course, the phone, internet. So the phone, the internet, the YouTube, this particular link is a medium. So I'm able to pass on the information and the energies through this medium, and you're able to receive. But simultaneously, there are many other channels, many other links delivering multiple things. There may be horror, there may be meditations like this, there can be a comedy, anything. There can be some dirty news. So you people have chosen to enlighten, to increase your energy. So you are in this channel. Others are in different channels. So if a person having hatred or too much attachment and craving towards people or money or a position or a fame, or people who suicide after having so much of depression, so much of hatred towards life, helpless. When these souls leave the body, naturally or unnaturally, they don't go to the judgment. They don't go to the higher worlds. They wander here until they are satisfied. And also, the 7 worlds which are below the earth consist of purely evil souls, evil beings, everything that disturbs and haunt human beings. Yes, it's all true, it's all facts. I have seen it, I've experienced it, I've dealt with it. All my personal experiences. These lower forces, they come to us to suck away the life force from us, because that is the food for it. For it to live, it has to suck away our life force. But how do they come into contact of us is through a medium, that is our thoughts. If you have any one continuous negative thought, or a hatred, or too much of attachment towards others, a desire or a guilty feeling, generally what happens, all your thoughts are around your head. Any psychics, when they come near you, they can read all your thoughts. Anyone come in contact with me, I can easily see their thoughts. I can understand what pain they are undergoing, and I give the solutions. People around me, they always know it. Because I'm able to access, not because of my capability, it's because of you. You are carrying all your thoughts around your head. So when you come in touch with my aura, so I can easily read it. So as there are many psychics all around the world. So when you have thousands of thoughts, it's okay. But if you have one thought repeating for 1,000 times, those thoughts becomes like a swirl. Swirl, you know, right? Like a ring, ring, ring. It gets formed in the oceans generally. So these swirls give access for other frequency beings to go inside. That's why in meditation, the first and foremost thing we say is cut your thoughts, ignore your thoughts, be with the breath, open your third eye, and everything will be gone. The mind has to become like a bald head, empty mind. So when you have a continuous thought, reason can be anything. Reason can be absolutely anything. But if you have that thought very, 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 very continuously, it turns in your head like a swirl. And it opens a portal for another being to enter into your body. That's how the lower beings get into your body. They suck away your energy. When my kid passed away, of course, I was not happy, but at the same time, I quickly came out of, because otherwise, because of the continuous thoughts, I'm going to drain away all my energy and my spiritual powers. If I am going to become guilty, unhappy, will the kid come back? No. Gone is gone. Then if I start thinking about it again and again and again, it becomes a swirls, and then the lower beings or other souls enters our body system through that. Through whom? Through your own thoughts. Beware of your thoughts. Otherwise, you are going to become a victim of those lower frequencies. Everybody around us are victims. Only people who are yogis, people who know about meditation are able to control the mind. How? When you open your third eye, your senses, your mind, your feelings are under your control. Otherwise, it is out of control and you become a victim for lower frequencies to access you. So you become a medium for lower frequencies. That is why these 41 days of meditation is very important. When you continuously meditate, all your energies will heal up your chakras and finally your third eye opens up. Then you can control all your mind and the senses. So you close the doors, you become a strong aura, a light. You allow the light to access through you. So your darkness vanishes. So none of these lower frequencies will be able to come near you or attack you or suck away the energies out of you. The more you meditate, the more you are able to access the light. The light has information as well as energy. Once the light gets into your body, see, my outer skin and the body has full of light, but inside our body it's full of darkness. How will you pass the light inside? Only through the meditation the light goes in. That's how you become enlightened, by allowing the light inside. Light in is enlight. So the more light passes in, the no dark forces cannot come in. And you become a medium for the higher forces. There are many channels, psychics. I have met so many people. There's a lady called Purnima. She's a medium for angels. So she does this card reading. So she came to my office once. We sat across the table. She is a very good friend of mine. Very, very good friend. So she said, let us pick a card for you. I said, fine. Before that, she said, let's meditate. So we both meditated. And then I saw in my meditation, there's a lot of feathers behind her. So I was carefully looking from my third eye, what is this feathers? It was around 8 feet or 9 feet and the width is around 20 feet. I didn't understand what was that. When I was carefully observing, then I saw there's a human face resemblance and a body is full of like an eagle. Then I asked in my meditation, who is that? I got a reply, it is Michael Archangel, who is the king of all the angels. Then I bestowed my pranams to him. Then I understood that Purnima is just a medium for that angel to pass his energies. Such a great master. So she is very pure soul. So the angel is able to channel his energies. So whoever is in touch with her or take a session through her, they get the energies directly from Archangel Michael. I have met few people who take a pen, they put it on the paper, the hand starts writing. Without their mind thinking, or only their hand and the pen they have, but somebody is writing. That is called auto writing. I have met 2-3 people, and once it happened to me. I was about to translate something which is very tough, but something was coming and I started writing. I wrote 8 pages in 15 minutes. Best of best. This happened way back in 2004. So the channel automatically happened. This is called auto writing. When you are a small kid, your mom or dad will ask you to hold a pen. They will hold your hand and they will teach you how to write, or your school teacher. Here we are giving our hand and the pen to the higher forces, so they hold your hand and write, which is invisible force. And when I am giving sessions, I generally don't prepare. I speak then and there dynamically because I don't think. Every day I decide the topic. I don't decide, it just comes. Because I have given this entire body to the higher dimensions to work as a mediumship. So they give a thought, mediumship. So I told everyone today the topic would be mediumship. Honestly, I don't know what to say, how to give a session. Because I know the person who has given, he will take care what to deliver. So now all the examples I give, I don't write it in any paper or remember. I am very poor in remembering things because I am a channel, I am a medium. So what has to happen through me, it will happen. I don't feel proud, I don't feel egoistic, but I am great. I am always happy that I don't have ego, I don't have any problems, so that I become a pure light, so that the mediums can work through me. And I always remember that it is not me who is delivered, it is through me, because this is a universal work. How do I know the 100 or 200 people sitting there and meditating what energies they want? How will I know what knowledge I need to share? I have a library of information. I have so many experiences, this life and past lives. I've read 2000 books, but what to deliver in this 20 minutes, do I know? Can my mind think and say, deliver these? No. I just sit. I just speak. What has to come, it comes. And who has to attend, they will automatically attend. So I don't mind how many people are attending. It can be 1 or 1000. It's all same for me because it is not me who is delivering. It is through me. I have chosen this path to transfer my knowledge and energy because that is how my purpose of life will get fulfilled. That is how I can always check whether is there any of my ego or dissatisfaction, anything is obstructing me to channel. It's a checkpoint for me. So we can become medium to the higher dimensions the more we are connected with our inner. And we will become victims of lower dimensions and become a medium for them if we are only towards worldly desires. So you choose. That's why I constantly please everyone, don't think about anything multiple times. You don't know what is happening behind every thought. Your thoughts are surrounding you. If you can see that, you will immediately cease to think. My Guruji once said, you don't have the luxury to even have a single negative thought. That one statement always awares me, and I keep my thought under my control. People say, keep your mouth under your control. Don't speak unnecessarily. I will say, keep your thought under your control. Don't release one thought unnecessarily. If it is possible for me, it is also possible for you. If it is possible for lakhs of masters, it is also possible for you, my friend. Because we trusted in ourselves. We invested the time for practice of meditation. Along with our family duties, along with the business duties, along with everything, we invested our time. So that's what we are today. Don't find time after you finish everything. First finish this meditation and you will always find time. Become a medium for higher dimensions. Don't become a victim for lower dimensions. This is the only message they want to deliver today through me. Thank you, friends.
Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button for the latest updates.